Good evening. Ready is the name. Ready is the name. Holy. Hey, B Rose. My Lord God. God Almighty. Worthy is the Lamb. I know it's a bunch of people nervous tonight. Happy election evening. Listen, I'm gonna have the same level of excitement no matter outcome, but I know it's a lot of people that's probably like on pins and needles. Not needles, needles. pins and needles. How you doing, my friend? I'm on this routine here. Got to do it one more time this week. I really hate curves in the highway. Like, when you learn, it's like I get comfortable taking certain curves from the right lane and then I'll be in the left. Ooh, that's scary to me. Yes, I can drive, but I don't know. I'm weird like that. And this is like a semi-new route now. I've only been going this way for about a month or so, so I'm really getting acclimated to my route. I need to get me an easy pass so I can start going through the tunnel. I think I can get to work faster going through the tunnel. I guess I want to go through the tunnel. I know I better get out of this lane before I be going through the tunnel whether I want to or not. How's your day? How was your day today? My day was full of some good rest. I slept. Shoot. The baby didn't have to go to school today. But one thing happened when I was asleep. She asked for cereal and I said, yeah. This little girl didn't put no milk on the cereal. She done sat up here and ate dry cereal. She know I have a pet peeve about that. I'm like, did you eat dry cereal this morning? She's like, yeah. Don't do it again. When it's breakfast, it needs to have milk in it. That wasn't a snack. But hey, I made her feed herself, so it was better than her saying, can you make me a grilled cheese? Ooh, I was out, man. I was in La Ville. You hear me? When I tell you I was sleeping. It felt good, though. And then I only have to go to work tonight. What's this, Wednesday? I'd be so confused because when I go to work, it's like it's Tuesday right now. And then when I get to work, it's going to be Wednesday. So I have to really think like, okay, what's my next day? So Wednesday, I'm off. Or Thursday morning, I'm off. Then I go back. I got Friday morning, then from 12:30 to 6:30. And then I have a full shift later that day, 7 p.m. to 6:30. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but we'll see. And then I have a full shift Saturday, but I'm going to be dropping that because I'm supposed to go to South Carolina and we're going to leave Saturday evening. So I need to rest from that 6:30 shift. We're going to get on the road maybe about 3 o'clock. Yeah, something like that. I'm excited about that. I've been wanting to get my furniture for a long time and just really literally live in my home, you know. I don't know how it's gonna be an adjustment because it's my furniture in the house with someone else, you know. My style may not be their style. Their habits are not my habits. So it's like, I've been saying now, like, you know, you can't leave this in the living room when the furniture get here because, yeah. And then the work he does, he comes in from a shipyard, so he has to pull his clothes off like at the door. So I've already made up in my mind I'm gonna get one of those big laundry things that say laundry or something on it. And then when you come in, you put your work clothes inside of there. Then that way it won't be so bad. You know what I mean? But I don't understand. You don't want to walk through the house in the clothes, but you go in there in the morning, put the clothes on, and then walk back in the room and say, "I'm about to go." Yeah, that's cat. Now that I think about it. Yeah, I'm gonna get some rest. And then she wants to wear pajamas to school, but it's not pajama day. So we're telling her, if your teacher says you can wear pajamas to school, then you can wear pajamas to school. But I think it's kind of like a cool thing. You know how we used to do in school where the kids would be like, let's wear pajamas to school tomorrow. And she's having a hard time relaying that to when daddy. You know, I started thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? Me and my friends used to make plans to, hey, tomorrow everybody wear a red t-shirt, or hey, let's wear pajamas tomorrow. So I'm going to go to the store and see if I can find her some pajamas that are more like a lounge set. You know what I'm saying? So it won't look like you got out the bed and came to school. Because that cannot happen. That cannot happen. Absolutely not. Yeah, but everything has been good all day. I kind of just woosah from the whole salon thing. I'll pick up on it tomorrow. We got a shop meeting. We'll see how this goes. I don't know what it is, but ever since I've been doing hair, I really hate shop meetings because it's like a whole bunch of talk and never any action. And it's crazy because in 30 years, every single place that I've worked that has had shop meetings, it didn't produce anything except for a whole bunch of dreams that never come true. You know, things you say you want to do, but then you don't. I've been at this shop close to a year now. We had a meeting right when I first started, and none of the stuff that we said in the first meeting started. You know, I extended what I wanted, what I know to do, but I can only do what I have access to. So if I say I can build your social media site and then you don't give me access, that's not my problem. Is that a warrior? I hope that works out for you. Write a letter. I don't know. Put it in the real mailbox. Oh, okay. Had to check that out so I can Hey realist. I had to answer that text before my phone started ringing. I think it's so funny because I turned off the dang on notifications, so when I'm live it doesn't pop up. Too funny. Hey, did y'all go vote? Did you guys vote? How y'all feeling thus far? I know it's some people right now I know it's over to the fat lady scenes, but I can only imagine how a whole lot of people feeling right now. I can hear it now. in the morning if they be like, Trump. Oh, my people, we are going, man, be bashing folks. You hear me? It's gonna be a all-out verbal civil war. All I had to do, you had one job. I can't believe you coons. I can just hear it now, man. That's why you can't get too wrapped up in that stuff. You have your choice and your reasons, and it's cool, you know. Vote for who you want to vote for. Everybody has that option. But don't be beating up the people that choose not to vote and telling them, oh, your ancestors died for you to have that right or not to. You know, that's how I look at it. If you choose not to vote, it's your choice. You know what I mean? Just like who you vote for is your choice. You can't be getting beaten up on people for that stuff. Do what you're supposed to do. That's how I look at it. It's really none of nobody's business. You know, I think the problem is when everybody start, like back in the day, you didn't hear too many people talking about exactly who they were voting for. And so it wasn't a lot of, I don't know, maybe I just didn't pay attention back then. And then I grew up in a household where I was told if you're black, you vote Democrat. So I probably never paid attention for sure. But honestly, in the last, I would say from starting with Obama, that's when I really started listening at least to the people. Other than that, I was just like, oh, I'm black, I'll vote Democrat. But I wouldn't even, man, I'll tell my story one day. But I just remember being told that. But then just like if you're going to your parents' church, you know, and all your life you grew up with Reverend so-and-so, and he all, you know, you went to that church because your parents went to that church, but then you get a taste of another church and you start hearing something else and it don't sound quite the same. In fact, you find out Reverend so-and-so might have been a little bit off, you know, and instead of me being like, well, it don't really matter because that's where my mama go, I begin to have my own mind, you know what I'm saying? I begin to have my own mind. But I believe that that was what my mom was taught, so that's what she taught us, you know. And I'm not the only person that ever been told that, you know. In the black community, there has been a brainwashing of such. But personally, if I had to say what, like, if she loses, I think the biggest thing that caused her a problem was not answering questions. I don't know what people saw, but what I saw was a lot of circles being talking, or avoidance. I saw a lot of answering the question beginning with Trump. That's one thing that turns me off about a candidate. That's what turned me off about Hillary, because we're asking about you and your answer began with, well, Barack. That was a turn off. Like, no, I want to know what you got to say. I don't want to know what he did. You know, like, tell me what you're going to do. Don't tell me what he did. That's not what I want to hear out your mouth. That wasn't the question the person asked me. So after so many times, I'm going to think that you don't have an answer for it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was a huge problem. Another huge problem was the repeat cycle of answers. You know, if they ask about the economy, it's bad when you can start to answer the question with the candidate. Well, you know, I've been there before. I grew up in a middle-aged family where my mother worked very hard to buy our first home. That's not the answer to that question, sis. It was just, it's nerve-wracking. Like, are you ever going to just answer? Is there anything you could think you would do different than Joe Biden? I can't think of anything at all. Dude, why not? You've been there. You don't know what you would do different? Are you scared? You know, that's, That's my only thing. It's like, as a woman running, you gotta be more fearless than that. Answer them questions, girl. And he sneak on Zoom and sabotage your little thing and call the people trash. And y'all still, ugh. Anyway, like I said, that was the one, like the first thing that I saw for me that was like an issue. Like, you really don't answer the question, and then when you do, it's just kind of a roundabout circle of rigmarole. Anyhow, and then the other thing I think that to me that hurt her was the Obamas. I don't care what nobody say. You're not gonna make me feel any other way about it. But they came out like, yeah, we the first black first family, and all these Negroes gonna listen to us or else. That's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you got Barry come out there and say, yeah, I want to talk to the brothers. You know, y'all ain't ready for a woman, and you know all that to me was like too much. It felt bullying. It felt like a bullying tactic, you know. Or when, you know, Michelle never, I don't know. I didn't like when she was like, I can't believe that there's people still undecided and you're still, you know, and I'm like, I don't know. It was just like a lot of, it felt very bullyish to me. And it felt like if Barack said, they'll follow. And that's not good. You know what I mean? If y'all really believe that, that's a sad, sad thing. But the sadder thing is that that's a true statement for a lot of people. That if those two individuals get on stage and say something, then it's gospel. We gotta go with that, you know? And that's a lie. And then the third thing was, I often felt like you might as well just pass around plates of chicken and watermelon at these rallies, because I never understood the Meg Thee Stallion. I never understood. Well, I love Cardi B, but no. And Sexy Red, you know, you putting on Twitter, vote for da-da-da. They can't tell us to do with our coochie. I'm like, do y'all really think that's who represents us? You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't even have thought of nothing like that to say. That's the most ignorant ass statement I ever heard in my life. And it feels like, hey, they love celebrities, so let's get a bunch of the most ratchet and sexually perverse rappers on stage and they'll follow. You know what I mean? That's the vibe it gave me. I can't speak for anybody else, but these dumb Negroes, they love Sexy Red. They love that she said her coochie pink and her booty brown. Let's get her up here and say something. They'll surely follow you then. You'll be the coolest one if you have Sexy Red up there. Bull crap. That's my opinion. I feel like she never for me, I never got to know her. She allowed, I don't know. Like I said, those are just the things that I think hurt her, you know. Is going with, it's like whoever was in charge of her, it's like in charge of helping her, not in charge of her, but in charge of whatever, however you look at it. But her people, it's like, did you want her to lose? You know what I'm saying? Did y'all really sit down to the table and say, well, you know, right now Sexy Red is popular, so let's get a statement from her, and let's get Gorilla, and it's a bunch of older people that's a black, and it's a bunch of younger people that don't necessarily like those folks. You know what I'm saying? I think we're beyond that. You know what I mean? I think we're better than that. Just because we bob to the music don't mean we're gonna bob to what they say, you know? We ain't following them people whereas they go. Half some people ain't even lived half the life. Probably been voting like they second time. You put the wrong people, and it's like, why did you have to get all these celebrities? Because it was just a shit show for mine. It's bad when Beyonce come on the stage and I'm like, Lord, who wrote her speech? Because we know she can't talk. Hey, Gary. I just felt like it was a bunch of dangling. I don't know what it was, but I know how it felt. It felt like they really reduced us to, they care about what celebrities say and they like to twerk. And yeah, like I said, all that. I wash my greens in the sink. It's like, where does this mess come from? Out of touch with reality. Reality. Shoot, you know how many black people eat healthy now? We don't care how you cook your greens. We want to know who you are, not who you're trying to be to try to seem like you're blacker. You know, I was fine with the first Asian American, whatever she was when she started. I was fine with that. You know what I mean? Be who you are. I don't feel like a person should have to change. You know, be who you are, because no matter what, the same people will support you. Like I said, that's just my thoughts. If she used to lose, why that possibly happened? Because the Obama and them really turned off a lot of people, like especially men. I mean, I see men on videos like, "You don't tell us what to do," and I'm like, "Oh God." They was going in. So it's just like, I don't know. It's an interesting night, and like I said, I'm okay either way. It's not that serious, because no matter what, we gonna need the good Lord on our side. Regardless of who's in office, if you ain't got Jesus, you're gonna be in a frenzy. I have the peace of the Lord, you know. So if Kamala goes in, I'm gonna be like, I hope she don't talk a lot, because I don't like her voice. And if Trump go in, I'm gonna do what I did when he was there the first time. I'm gonna eat. Shoot, first thing I want to know about is these the things for the black businesses. Shoot, so I can go ahead and start my business again. Is it something coming that I need that I can use? I don't know, because unfortunately, I really didn't hear a lot that caught my attention. Maybe the $25,000 for the house, but I mean, okay. But I'm gonna be okay with whoever is in office, because guess what? We don't have a choice. No matter who wins, life goes on. We have to still do what we have to do in our own personal lives, you know. No matter what, we gotta just keep going, you know. We can't get mad at each other if our person don't win, you know. We can't, if we wanted Trump to win, we can't get mad if Kamala win at the people that voted for her, and vice versa. And honestly, I don't think there's gonna be a lot of people, like if she wins, I don't think it's gonna be a lot of people like, oh my God, y'all voted for her. I think it's, if she loses, I think it's gonna be a lot more of, like I said, y'all had one job. Like right now, they're predicting that Georgia went red again. Hi. I already know if I click on Facebook, it's gonna be about 20 people from Georgia be like, "Oh, Georgia, you had one job. Oh my God." Like, we get way too emotional about things that are gonna be, no matter what. You know, sometimes our emotions are wasted on things that we can't, you know, to a certain extent. Yeah, we can control the election, but only to the extent of the count of the votes, you know. So if you did your part, then well done. Now you got to live with the results regardless, you know. We go through this every 4 years. Duh. You already know what's going to happen. One or the other going to win. It's like a contest. You got your fave, they got their faves, and then may the best man win. So whoever wins, they won. Now what you gonna do? You gonna fight about it for 2 weeks, or you gonna put on your big girl drawers, big boy boxes, and keep it moving? Bust it down, Brown. I'm sorry, Brentley. I was driving. If you're still here, what up, yo, Brentley? What up, Brentley, my dog? No, I'm just kidding. Did they have to fly you out? That's too funny. Okay, I think we're in a good place. All right. Yeah, so that's my spiel about the election. When I left the house, I just got tickled because I was like, ooh wee. If it go the way it's looking, it's gonna be a bunch of mad Negroes in the morning. Hey, Miss Chicago. I can count at least 2 people that right now are having a panic attack of their life, and I'm like this. Peace be still, my friends. Peace be still. Breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. Take a deep breath. Everything's gonna be okay. Because guess what? God is in control. No matter what. You know what I mean? No matter what. It don't matter who get in office. God's still gonna do what He's gonna do with America anyway. You know what I mean? That don't change. That does not change. You know, we looking to them to fix it, but it's really up to us. You know, it's really up to us. We got to get right. Nobody wants to repent. Nobody wants to try their best to live as holy as possible. And holy don't mean long dresses and bows up to your chin. That's not holy. That's ugly. You walk around here talking about I'm holy, be having on a big old ruffled shirt with the bow tie under your neck, big woolly skirt down to your ankles because you can't show your knees or your shoulders, so you got shoulder pads to make sure you can't even see the bone in your shoulder. That ain't holy. That ain't holy. That ugly. Okay? That ugly. That's funny as hell. Man, my brain is fried sometimes, I tell you. That ain't holy, that's ugly. Because you know what? Some of them women that be wearing their dresses down to their ankles and dressing holy, they be holy, all right. Hoish. That's the problem. People be out here pretending and think that they got on a big old skirt and an ugly shirt that they more godly. Nah, dog, that ain't it. That ain't it, sis. Shoot, nowadays we got men wearing tight pants to church. Don't nobody want to see all that. All your nuts and crap. It's crazy. I think that was the other thing that I noticed during this election that was disheartening. Not only were we arguing, you know, about, oh, this person, if you black, you vote for, if you ain't voting for this person, you're bad. Like I said, unfortunately, that's all I hear, you know, when it comes to that. I don't really see white people telling white people if you don't vote for Trump, if you white and all that stuff. Does it happen? I don't know. I haven't seen it. But the other thing that truly, last night I was, you know, I'll be sneaking on the phone at work because they don't want us on our phone. So, you know, with the hair, I can put that earbud in and have my way. Hallelujah. And I was listening to YouTube, and in my YouTube, there's a lot of church stuff because I look at a lot of different stuff. But I was seeing where, like, the argument of pastors that are pro-choice, and, you know, with that being a big thing with, you know, taking the life of a child, and biblically, is it right, or, you know, all that stuff, and the whole whatever, you know what I'm saying. I don't want to go into all that, but I think y'all get what I'm saying. The things that are not right in God's eyes, and then you have pastors that stand up there and endorse it. I mean, that's between them and God, number one. But then you have those that are like Nah, that ain't right. That's fine. Call it out. But when y'all start fighting and arguing against each other, now I gotta question everybody, because God is not the author of confusion. So where there's confusion and discord, because what happens is when these pastors start arguing, throwing shots at each other on over the pulpit, and it's online. Now the members are now defending the one they down with, and now they going at each other, and that doesn't sit well with me. I don't care what your values are or whatever, but when you are supposed to be a man or a woman of the cloth, then that's engagement you're not supposed to have. I remember in church, the pastor would never tell us who he endorsed, because he never wanted to influence us. And I believe that's the way it should be. I heard one pastor say, everybody know I'm pro-choice and my church is too. That's me leaving the name out the church. He said the name of the church. And I'm like, how do you get to say what everybody in your church is? Are these people scared to say they're not pro-choice inside your church, or are you just gonna make them pro-choice? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a bold statement for a pastor to make. Me and my church is pro-choice. Be mad, all that stuff. You clapping back, hollering to the top of your lungs because somebody called you on your crap. Where are we at? You know what I mean? At this point, it's safer for people to come and listen to the people who are imperfect but willing to talk about Christ and the love of Jesus, versus going to these churches where these people act like niggas on the street. Oh, that was another thing that was weird, is how the lady talked different depending on the crowd she was speaking to. All the different accents. She was black, she was Mexican, then she was a preacher. Lord have mercy. That did me right there. Weeping may endure for the night, but joy cometh in the morning. Girl, shut your ass up. I'm sorry. I don't play about stuff like that. Just talk. If you're gonna come to the church, just talk. Please. Don't be trying to sound like you preaching. My only question was, why you didn't go on your own pastor's platform? You said you bring your well wishes from your pastor. Why didn't you go on his platform? Observation. But back to what I was saying. There's a lot of pastors that are going back and forth because they believe that you're wrong for I don't know, I'm on one beat. You're wrong for being pro-choice, and then they're clapping back because you feel like, I ain't even seen this man try to justify Jesus is in favor of pro-choice. Now you're going too far. Quit playing. That's why I feel like it's safer for y'all to keep your stuff to yourself, because at some point, when you get up here and say stuff like any black American over your pulpit, any black American that's not voting for Miss Harris, you're this and you're that, at some point it turns into witchcraft, control and manipulation. And unfortunately, a lot of people, a lot of people are manipulated in the church because they love their pastor more than they love the Lord. If you don't got a pastor that tell you, don't take my word for it, go look in the Bible, don't come looking for me, look for God, you might need to go somewhere else. Any pastor that lets you idolize them, you want to get away from it. Hell, any pastor that idolize themselves. But they arguing, and it's like, why do we supposed to see this? How does the person that's on the fence about their belief find their way? How does the person that's skeptical, that may be leaning towards Christ, but they got their doubts, how does that person then decide, oh yeah, I'm gonna come to Jesus because these pastors over here about it? No, they're gonna be like, and I'm safer over here. I'm a old heads. Old heads I guess I'm an old head today. Hey, baby! I'll be 52 next week. I graduated to old head. Hey, hey! Old head. I'm an old head. Yeah, yeah. Bet you can't do it like this old head. What? People are stupid, you know? But how do we, if our job is to catch the fish and clean the fish and allow the Holy Spirit to work through them, how do you do that when you're on your pulpit going back and forth with your alleged brother? It's crap, you know what I mean? It's crap. I feel sorry for, because it's not about us, it's about the those that believe. It's not about us, it's about the non-believers. So when you as a pastor are up here acting like the world in a beef, like a rap battle against other pastors, you're not compelling people to come, I've never, seen where, like, I've been to a church where the pastor may have talked about voting and, urged us to vote, and he may have one candidate come, and then he'll have also the other one come, because everybody in your church ain't one way. If you're going to do it decently and in order, I've seen that, but I've never seen people just openly allow people on their pulpit. We can't even go up in the pulpit and talk in our own church half the time. So you just, oh yeah, let her on up here, let her talk. That's just me. I don't know if that's a little bit of old church coming out, but it should be held to a high regard to be in the pulpit. So I just didn't understand that part. But once again, hey, going to black church, them black people will love that if you act like you love the Lord. And I'm not saying she don't, but that's just my feeling, That's my feelings about it. It's all this stuff done to try to persuade us one way to make it more blacker, in a sense, I didn't see much effort to speak to anybody else but us, But like I said, the pastor's going back and forth. So now you got these people out here that are lost, and who's speaking for them. It's no wonder people have to scroll and run into hey Marlo, have to run into people like myself or Double and many others that might not be in this sector, but many others, just to hear about the love of God. You know what I mean? Like, y'all not displaying love. Y'all on here being real reckless. And then I seen an ad with like a whole bunch of these I guess celebrity preachers and singers and stuff. And I've never seen a ad for any campaign where a bunch of black preachers and bishops and singers and stuff, a vote for our sister is a win for us, like, wow, I didn't even see this, but they did this, I just don't think that, I think it just causes a lot of confusion, because you have people that are going to feel like you're not living to the biblical standards. Then you're going to have the people that are living to those standards. So it's just like chaos, God is not the art of confusion. The man I listen to, Stephen Chestnut, he always say, a lot of times, God is not where the majority is running. So if you see everyone running to the right, you might want to go left. And, that's always an afterthought for me. I look to see, like, when everybody begins to run one way, am I just running behind them? Am I making sure this is the way to run? You know what I'm saying? What's up, dude? I'm here like, what's up, girl? Hey, Justin, I feel like you're going to be going on vacation. I don't know why, but hi, welcome. Good to see you. But I'm watching, like, multiple people going back and forth. And then depending on what color they are, oh my God. Don't be white and say something about the black church. They going ham. I'm like, he might be white, but he was right. That's the problem. God don't look at none of us and say, well, I don't like you little white kids, but I love all you black ones. He don't look at us by color. He look at us inwardly. He judges us by the content of our heart, not by the melanin in our skin. So you can idolize being black all you want to, but at the end of the day, he's going to test your heart. He's going to judge you according to what's in your heart. And if you're operating in any of these ways I've been saying, then there's some hate there, whether you want to believe it or not. You know, just because you preach don't make you safe and got a free pass into heaven. You can have a dirty heart and be going down a fun slide to hell. You know, that's what I you know, people often say, oh, that's a distraction. We miss most of the distractions. We miss most of the distractions. Devil come to kill, steal, and destroy. What better way to kill, steal, and destroy the hope of so many than to have on display some compromised preachers arguing back and forth with each other? They're going to be like, oh no, I'm cool over here with my crystals. These Christians crazy. You know, Jesus was loving and compassionate. Most of us don't even have those two. Yeah, we don't have those two characteristics. Love, the highest command. What's the problem? I just really wish that it was like back in the day where the preachers didn't get all into the stuff. And because like I said, there's a thin line between manipulating going on a whole lot. I ain't never seen nobody say, you know, at the end of the day, I support this person, but your choice is yours. Just make sure you pray before you vote. I wanted to hear that, you know. I wanted to hear that. I didn't want to hear, in my church is this, you know. Miss me with that. Miss me with it. Now I got a long list of preachers I side-eye. We've been making dough for a night, but joy comes in the morning. That girl had me rolling. I was like, I know she did it. Me and my sister, we went to the church on 53rd, and we used to sing in the children's choir. You ain't got a lot to kick it. That girl said she used to work at McDonald's. She was a fry girl. She ain't even work at McDonald's, and people probably don't understand. That's why crazy Trump trolled and went and worked that day. I believe in embellishing something to make it a little bit better, but just a flat out lie is foolish. First to 270. How you think it's gonna go, Jaden? Thank you for that. Well, you got a lot of places that still got to count the early votes and the absentee ballots and all that stuff. It's definitely up in the air. I seen where a lot of places, they said he was doing better in those areas than he did the first time. Some better than he did the last time, and some better than he did the first time. Some areas where heavy Democrat. I'm gonna say Democrat because I'm a woman, and sometimes I still feel the need to say pause. But heavy Democrat are the other way now. It's up in the air because people saw through a lot of things. People really listen to hear. People didn't allow the Obamas to bully them because that's what they was doing. I don't care what nobody say. You might be cool, but you ain't my savior. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, how dare you? My opinion. He might be some of y'all savior, but he ain't mine. I think he was a cool dude, but anywho, we're gonna have a new president. Period. If it's her, so be it. If it's him, so be it. We need to get right with the Lord because he coming. We out here arguing about pro-choice and all that good stuff. Shoot, I used to be pro-choice until I heard, like, man, you know what's funny? I wasn't really pro-choice, but I was like, you know, each man for themselves. I guess that was more than, you know, I would say I was pro-choice, but not to the point where I'm like, you got the right to do what you want to do with your body, but shit, I do what the hell I want to do, you know? And not really thinking deeply into what that meant, you know what I mean? But today I'm not pro-choice. Not 100% anti either, because I feel like there are circumstances that, you know. But funny thing is, the first person to make me view the fact that getting rid of a baby was something that was needed to be repented for is the very person that is up advocating for it now. That's how you know the devil is an old stinking liar. You know better. So it's just like, what I came to the conclusion of, what are all of you getting for this? There has to be something you're gaining for this. When I know some years ago, you wasn't, you know what I mean? You're not telling people to repent now. What you're telling people is, it's your body, your choice, you know? And if you're going to have pro-choice, then we need to bring men in it too, because if it wasn't for their seed, the women wouldn't be having that choice to make. Why isn't the men included in pro-choice or anti? Why don't the men have a say in if their baby makes it or not? You lay down with them. Y'all came together and made a child. But then the man has no say? You know, it gets deep, I guess, but that's here nor there. But yeah, I don't know. Hey, pretty brown eyes. Hey, girl. Nah, I'm just kidding. Who is it? Y'all know, what's that? Dasmine, I think. I hope I'm saying that right. Hey, you know what's funny is, y'all probably see me doing like this with my glasses. I got progressive lenses, and I still haven't gotten used to them. So if you see me doing weird things with glasses on, that's why. I'm trying to really get acclimated to this lens, because it's like basically a bifocal, and this is for the upper part is for my far sight, and then the bottom side is a reading glasses. So I'll be like, I'm still getting used to them. Thank you. But yeah, man, that's about the gist of it. I just had a little rant, I guess, about how it's gonna be some mad Negroes in the morning if that girl don't get in there. That's all I know. And my encouragement is, life goes on, whether your person won or not. You know what I mean? We survive every 4 years after. Somebody's person always loses. This is not nothing new or different, you know? But I'm going to tell you now, if you're mad, don't come for me. These people be like, y'all had one job, and y'all went out there, and I can't believe y'all voted for that racist. God bless America if that lady wins. Because I don't think she knows what she's doing. She can't even answer a question, let alone run a country. If she get in there, I promise you, my belief is that the Obamas will be running the show. And Y'all say that other man trying to get to a dictatorship, but it was a whole dictatorship going on in this campaign when them people took to the stage and said, let me talk to my brothers. If you ain't voting this way, you must be this. And I can't believe y'all still undecided. You got to pay attention. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay attention to what these people saying to you. It's a bunch of witches in government. Manipulation and control. Witches don't necessarily mean you're flying on a broomstick. But I know one thing. It was a whole bunch of confusion in my community. You know, the brown skin, you know, and my melanin is popping, us people. There's a whole bunch of back and forth, and, you know, and God is just simply not the author of confusion. If it's a whole bunch of discord and confusion and backbiting, God ain't in it. So I really, we got to pray. We are all Americans if we were born here, surely. I'm an American. I'm an American. But that's my urgency to you guys. No matter what, pray. You know, before you go to bed tonight, pray. And pray for the president, whoever it is. Y'all can't not pray for, if Trump wins, y'all can't not pray for him just because you don't like him. God tell you to pray for your enemy. So if you feel like he's an enemy, you need to be praying. I had somebody tell me, like, I ain't praying for him. I said, why can't you pray? Why can't you just pray, God help him? That's simple. That ain't saying I like you, I love you. That's saying God help him. God, if you feel like something wrong with his heart, tell him God change his heart. You better pray for them people. They the ones that's going to be in charge of the country. You pray for whoever's in office, that they do the right thing, that they are safe, you know, all these things. We just watch people try to take this man up out of here twice. And you know what our people were saying? Oh man, I'm so mad he missed. Who are you people? You shouldn't want to see nobody get killed. Like, come on. On the live, I guess I got to say. Well, I ain't monetizing hell. Yeah. So, having said all that, it's 12:27. Y'all know my time is 12:30. I really love you guys, and I appreciate you so much for riding to work with me and chilling till it was time for me to get going. Hey, Jaden. Yeah, I seen that before I left. The man that was saying that last year, I forgot what they said about it, but they was like, he pretty straightforward. It was about an hour ago. He was saying that basically pretty much he's taking Georgia. And Georgia's about to have a fit. I'm about to go on Facebook as soon as I get back here. They're gonna be like, Georgia, you had one job. I can't believe you guys flipped again. Oh, it's about to get funny. But I love you guys. I pray that everybody has a peaceful sleep tonight, that you're not too consumed by this election, that you wake up on the right side of the bed. And also, I pray for your babies as they go to school, as they go along their day in the school, as they return home from school. I seen a report that teachers were putting these stickers on children, and they had sleep aids on them. So right after they would get the sticker, they would go into nap time. You know, that's drugging the children. So we got to really, everybody, I urge you to pray over your children before they leave the house every day. And if you got some oil, anoint them babies' heads. Teach your children to pray under their breath if something goes wrong in school. Even if it's Jesus help me, Jesus help me. Because the world is wicked. And he's straight out here trying to take our kids up. So, yeah, we got to be careful. But like I said, I pray you guys have a good night and that your dreams, ideas, and clarity explodes in the middle of the night. In Jesus' name. Yep, that's what I pray. Amen. I'm just kidding. See y'all later. Bye-bye now.